Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Model who brutally stabbed boyfriend to death puts $1.04 M home she bought after murder on market, as she awaits trial. An OnlyFans killer has put her lavish $1.4 million home up for sale, just days before the third anniversary of her boyfriend's tragic death. Courtney Clenny, 28, was charged with second-degree murder after fatally stabbing cryptocurrency trader Christian Obumseli on April 3, 2022. She pleaded not guilty and claims she acted in self-defense during an argument at their $10,000 a month Miami apartment. Her lawyer told the U.S. Sun this week that Clenny is understandably frustrated that a date is yet to be set for the trial, as she has been behind bars for almost 3 years. Shortly after Obumseli's death, Clenny bought a house down the road from her parents in Austin, Texas, with the millions she banked from her lucrative OnlyFans career. She purchased the 4-bed, 4-bath home on June 17, 2022, after it went on the market the month before with a listing price of $1.15 million. Clenny ended up paying over asking and plunked down $1.35 million for the 3,230-square-foot hillside property. Now, the U.S. Sun can reveal the house was put on the market a little over a week ago for $1,399,990. The purchase first emerged in court as her father, Kim Clenny, testified that his daughter fled Miami to be closer to her family, including her mother, Deborah. But just weeks after signing the deal, she was arrested for Obumseli's murder while undergoing rehab in Hawaii. According to an online listing, the property is tucked away on a peaceful cul-de-sac. Features include a media room, game room, a pool, and decks in the backyard, perfect for entertaining. The U.S. Sun can confirm Clenny is still listed as the current owner. However, she has never been able to enjoy the home, as she was denied bail and has spent almost 3 years behind bars. A homestead designation, also known as a homestead exemption, was also filed for Clenny on July 31, 2023. It protects a homeowner's equity in their primary residence from certain types of creditors and lawsuits. Obumseli's family has filed a wrongful death suit against Clenny, which is still going through the courts. Records from her murder case show she was making a lot of money selling adult content, as prosecutors insisted she was a flight risk. The Miami State's Attorney's Office said Clenny earned more than $1.8 million in 2021 and close to $1 million the year before. She then banked more than $300,000 before August 2022, when she was arrested and her account was shut down. Clenny was popular on OnlyFans and still has 1.8 million followers on Instagram, which hasn't been updated since before the tragedy. The model previously stabbed her boyfriend in the leg during an earlier violent fight and once threatened to kill him, prosecutors have alleged. Prosecutors feel they have a strong case as video footage emerged of Clenny hitting Obumseli, 27, during an earlier argument in the building. Clenny's defense attorneys insist they have evidence that will prove she acted in self-defense when he died, and she launched the knife at him from across the room. The medical examiner's report states that Obumseli was left with a stab wound that went 3 inches into his chest that could not have been caused by Clenny throwing the knife from 10 feet away. Instead, it is claimed that the knife entered his chest in a downward stabbing motion. Clenny's attorney, Sabrina Puglisi, previously told the U.S. Sun her team has evidence that contradicts the medical examiner's report. "I 100% believe the evidence supports that she was acting in self-defense on that day," she said. "We hired a knife-throwing expert, and we have done demonstrations on the closest thing you can find to the skin of a human." Using the skin of a hog, she claimed the team has done demonstrations that prove it absolutely can be done. "I mean, even I threw the same knife from the distance, and I was able to hit and get it into the animal, so it can be done." Puglisi added, "We also have our own defense medical examiner who will testify that he believes that that is incorrect, that you absolutely could throw this knife, and it could go into that depth. She also admitted that Clenny and Abumseli had a toxic relationship, and that they should not have been together. Clenny and Abumseli met in 2020 and moved to Miami together in January 2022. Here are the key dates that you need to know. July 2021, Clenny is arrested in Las Vegas for domestic battery on Abumseli. March 2022, Clenny allegedly told friends that she no longer wanted to be with Abumseli, claiming he is really not what you guys think he is. Clenny's friend Ara Borzarigan told Investigation Discovery. The pair allegedly broke up for a few days, but Abumseli moved back into their Miami apartment on April 1, 2022. April 2, 2022, cops responded to a call about a disturbance and arrived to find that Clenny had kicked Abumseli out of their house, and he allegedly tried to follow her into the elevator. Clenny asks cops for a restraining order against Abumseli, claiming he stalks her. Abumseli later returns to the apartment, and they seem to patch things up. April 3, 2022. Clenny calls her mother at 4:43 p.m. and again at 4:49 p.m., during which her mother says she heard shouting and her daughter was telling Abumseli to leave the apartment. At 4:57 p.m., Clenny called 911 after Abumseli was stabbed. Cops arrive at 5:04 p.m. and find her drenched in blood, according to comments made to ID, and Abumseli is curled up on the floor, still alive. Paramedics arrive and later he is declared dead. Clenny is interviewed by police and admits to causing the fatal injury. April 4, 2022. A search warrant is issued for Clenny's phone, emails, and other records. August 4, 2022. Clenny charged with 1 count of second-degree murder. August 9, 2022. Clenny is arrested in Hawaii, where she had traveled to a rehab facility to recover from substance abuse and PTSD. However, she does not believe Clenny was the sole aggressor, and the attorney is hoping to paint the true picture of their dysfunctional relationship. Clenny's case also took a turn when her parents were arrested and accused of accessing her boyfriend's laptop after the killing. The parents and their daughter were hit with felony charges of unauthorized access to a computer or electronic device. Prosecutors at the time accessed the couple's iCloud accounts and found what they believed were incriminating messages. According to the arrest warrants, text messages showed the parents discussing trying to gain access to Abumseli's computer. But Judge Laura Cruz later ruled to exclude the messages and determined prosecutors violated attorney-client privilege by accessing private family conversations with their attorneys. The charges were eventually dropped after Clenny's parents were released on bail. Courtney's father later told media it was a relief to have the computer case over with so he and his wife could focus on their daughter's trial. This whole case, from the beginning in August 2022, has been over the top, he complained. It just wastes millions of dollars on a case that is so weak they had to go through the parents to try to strengthen their case. All they did was show their bias. These people, they're deranged, frankly, Kim added. Asked this week how she feels about a trial date still not having been set, Clenny's attorney Puglisi said, "It is very slow going and she is understandably frustrated. We have been working on motions to disqualify the state attorney's office due to them reviewing privileged documents. The court has ruled the documents were privileged, and now we are waiting to take a deposition of one of the lead prosecutors who recently stepped down from the case. As such, there is no trial date as of yet. We need to finish with the motion to disqualify in order to know whether the same prosecutors will remain, whether the same office but different prosecutors stay on, or whether an entirely different state attorney's office takes over."